Good evening, everyone. Today is the fifth unit, that is solar, wind, and diesel power plant. So, first is the definition of solar period. Solar period or solar cycle is defined as the amount of magnetic flux that arises up to the sun's surface varies with time in a cycle called solar cycle. This cycle is sometimes referred to as the sunspot cycle. Near the minimum of the solar cycle, it is rare to see some spots on the sun. This cycle lasts 11 years on average. Sunspots are the regions where the solar magnetic field is very strong. The solar cycle is a solar magnetic activity cycle. The solar period of solar cycle is 11 years. The solar cycle shows the change in sun's activity and appearance, including the changes in levels of solar radiation and ejection of solar material. List the factors affecting solar distribution of wind energy. List the factors affecting distribution of wind energy. Wind speed, load, good road access to the site, sunable region and geological for on-site access, low pollution density, minimum risk of agroforestry operations, nearness to the electrical grid, supports landholders, private, privately owned freehold land, good industrial support for ongoing construction and appreciation and operation, high annual average wind speed, altitude of the site, height of the windmill, a smooth steady wind speed that blows all the time, government policy, demand for electricity, blade aerodynamics, obstructions, air temperature, performance of wind turbine, etc. List the advantages of wind power plant. Advantages: wind energy is renewable energy source. It does not require any fuel and avoids transportation. Free from pollution. It is very economical and competitive. High altitude areas which are free from people can be utilized for setting the windmill. Small plot of land if required. It doesn't require water. Free from risks associated with fossil fuel. Disadvantages: continuous generation of power is not possible due to fluctuation in wind speed. Noisy in operation during conversion of energy. It requires larger area. It needs high storage capacity due to its irregularity. Wind energy systems have more weight. These systems require proper maintenance. List and expansion sorry List and explain the types of rotors for HAWT. Multiple type rotor, cell type rotor, propeller type rotor, four blade type rotor, multiple type rotor. So this is the multiple type rotor, first one. Second is the cell type rotor, third one is the propeller type rotor, and fourth one is the four blade rotor. So multi-blade and cell type rotors runs at 60 to 80 rpm. The propeller type rotor having The propeller type rotor having two or three aerofoil fields runs at speed of 300 to 400 rpm. These refers have these runners have to face the direction of wind in the crank to generate the wind power. The four blade refer runs at 5 kilowatt steel 100 to 150 rpm. List and explain the types of refers for VAWT. Savernier type rotor, Darius type rotor, Savernier type rotor. So this is a Savernier type rotor. Windmill consists of a hollow circular cylinder sliced in half. The two halves are fixed to a vertical axis with a gas between them. Torque is produced by pressure difference between the two sides of the half. This design is imitated but required larger surface area. Dark described type requires less surface area. It is supposed to be an egg heater and has two or three blades supposed parallel. Similarly, aerofoils. List the analysis and disadvantages of diesel power plant. Design and installation are very simple, can respond to varying blades without any difficulty. The standby losses are less, occupy less space, can be started and put on load quickly, no problem of ash handling, requires less quantity of water for cooling purpose, low capital investment, requires less operating and maintenance staff, more economical lubricating system. These plants can be located very near to the load center. The cost of the building becomes very low, more efficient than steam power plant. Disadvantages are or limitations. So first one is high operating cost, high maintenance and lubricating cost. Diesel units capacity is limited. Noise is the serious problem. Overload is not possible. It cannot supply overloads continuously. Releases unwanted emissions. Light is quite small. Life is quite small. That is 9 to 10 years. Application: make use of the sketch and explain layout of a diesel power plant. So this is the layout of a diesel power plant and it consists of storage and shop, washroom, switchboard, office, hall, air compressor, space for future comparison. Unit number 1, 2, 3, compressor, baffles, oil storage tanks, etc. The layout of a diesel power plant is shown in figure. Air from atmosphere is drawn into the compressor and is compressed. The compressor air is sent to the diesel engine through the air filter. Dirt in the air is filtered and only clean air is supplied to diesel engine. Fuel oil from the tank is passed through the filters. Filter removes the impurities and clean oil is injected into the diesel engine through the fuel pump and fuel injector. Mixture of air and diesel is ignited in the engine and combustion takes place. The released heat energy is used to drive engine. The engine drives generator in which power is generated. Diesel engine power plant consists of following: fuel supply system. This system consists of fuel tank for storage of fuel, fuel filters and pump to inject the fuel, air intake and exhaust system. This consists of compressor, filter, and pipes for the supply of air and pipes for exhaust gases. Filters are provided to remove dirt, dust, etc. from incoming air. In the exhaust system, silencer is provided to reduce the noise. Lubricating system. Lubrication is essential to reduce the friction and wear of the moving parts. It includes lubricating oil tank, pumps, filters, and lubricating oil storing lubricating oil. Starting system. For starting the engine initially, the various things used are compressed air, battery, self starter, or electric motor. Cooling system. This system circulates water around the diesel engine. This system keeps the engine temperature at low levels. The hot water from the jacket is cooled in cooling ponds and is required again. Governing system. This system consists of a generator and the function is to keep the engine speed constant irrespective of load on the plant. This system controls the speed of controlling the fuel supply. Make use of the sketch. Explain the working of diesel power plant. Make use of the sketch. Explain the various components of a diesel power plant. So this is the diesel power plant and different components of a diesel power plant.